Hello everyone, welcome to the weekly scenario in Noctie. Today we are dealing with this position, and this is from the game between Frank Marshall and José Raúl Capablanca in 1909. Capablanca, the former world champion, was known for being one of the best strategic and technical player the world ever seen, and in this game he really shows why. Okay, so let's analyze the position. First of all, what we see is that white has got an extra pawn in the center and black has got an extra pawn on the queen side. And this is a classical type position. And if you know a little bit about this type position, you also know that what is important is whom majority of pawns have reached further to the other side. And in this case you can see that this pawn on e3 is not really a threat for black, while black has got a clear plan in playing like this, you know, a5 and b4, and then try to create a post pawn. Beside this, always look at the activity of the pieces, and it is black to play, and black has got a great idea, of course, in taking the open file, the d file. So I guess that the best move will be like to play fd8 to get in here, try to get in on d2 or something like that. Beside this, you should also know that there is one classical guideline that you can make use of, that if you play with the queen side majority, normally you will be happy to swap off queens. And the reason for that is that the post pawn that in this case black might get will be a little bit more dangerous because the kings will be far away. So let's see how Capablanca handled this position. Yes, rook fd8 came, and now black is ready to go for to go to d2. So white play rook d1, swapping of pieces. Okay, black took, and then rook d8, ready to go for this open file. The bishop moved back, and now a good little move, g6. And this is really what Capablanca was good at, just to strengthen the position and step by step outplaying the opponent. The problem in the position is, beside this, that black has got a strong pawn on c4, also that the white rook on c3 is just very passive, while the colleague on d8 has got these possibilities on the d5. The g6 pawn is also clever, even though it is putting itself on the same color as the own bishop, because now black will have the possibility maybe to play bishop f5 to make the bishop stronger than on e6. What happened was queen c6. Black wanted to swap off queens in this position just to release the tension a bit and go for the b5 pawn. What black did was quite clever, because if you swap off on c6, then this pawn on b5 will be a little bit vulnerable. So black played queen e5, and after queen e4, now he was ready to swap off queens. And this is typical how a strong player plays, because it was a little bit better to swap off queens on e4 than on c6. And now rook d1, king g2, and now ready to go for a post pawn a5. And of course black will play b4 in the next move if the chance is given. Rook c2, b4, and you can see that one problem white has got is that this king is a little bit away from the action, and that means that black has got good chances to promote one of his pawns. What happened was a take b4, bishop f3, rook b1, of course, be ready for the b2 pawn. This is the one you want to go for. But also you will see after bishop e2, here black played a really nice move, maybe a bit strange, but I can show you this is really strong play. He played b3, because even though putting the pawn on the same color as the own bishop on his e6, after rook d2, after rook c1, black is ready to go for this move, rook to c2 like this, and or c3 might come, and then the b pawn will be ready to go to b1. So really dangerous position. White played bishop to d1 to protect itself against rook to c2. Now c3, take b2. This was a great little tactical opportunity that came up after bishop d1. After rook b2, only move, otherwise there will be a promotion. Black has got a winning position with a bishop against 2 pawns, and of course Capablanca with his technique won easily, even though slowly by slowly, not giving white any chances. Let's take a look. Rook c2, bishop f5, rook goes back, rook c1, of course. Now the rook is ready to go for the c3 pawn. Try to protect it, bishop e4, because now if you play like f3, like this move, then you will have the check here and the pawn will be hanging. So king h3 came, and now you can see the king is away from the action again, and the white pieces are disorientated. Rook c2 came, the end is near actually. h5, look at the king, you know, on h3. It's almost getting mated, and if you move it up to h4, the h2 pawn will fall, so it's close to being the end of the game soon. g4 came, took back, and now you can take on h2, of course. Only 1 pawn for the bishop, and now black was ready to go for a great mating net here, but first rook e2 here, king came up. Okay, king g7, check, king f6, rook d7, bishop g2, and now threatening mate in 1 move on h3, check, go back here, and now actually the idea is either to play king to h6 and deliver mate on h3, or to play like this, check on h3 and then checkmate on h5. In this position it was time to give up. So let's try this out on Noctie. But you should know one thing. White did not put up the right defense. He should maybe have kept the queens, but it was also possible to play more active. So this is a really hard position to win if white plays precisely. I mean, here you had a game between the master of technique, Capablanca, against Frank Marshall. Today there is something else to try to win these positions. Black has of course good chances, but it's not easy. So let's see if I can make it against Noctie. I'm not sure. Let's take a look. So here we are. No, so what shall I do? Okay, I play of course fd, rook fd8, and now you can see already now black is playing something else than what happened in the game. Let's play g6 here and see what is happening. Then I'm ready to play bishop f5, following the little bit of the ideas now, of Capablanca. Okay, queen f4. Actually, I want to trade queens, so let's go for that. And now, okay, so I had one idea, and that was to play like this, rook d3. In this position, to put the rook on b3, maybe to try to do something here. Let's go for this, a5, rook b3, like this. And you can see here that Noctie is playing better, I think, being ready to go for with the king towards the action where it takes place. Okay, let's activate my rook. Yeah, this will be hard. As you can see here also, we don't expect you to win this game against Noctie, but actually want you to try and play for at least 20 moves and see if you can make the position to keep the position a little bit okay. So I think I move up with my like this. I go back. Okay, now we have an interesting position because I believe that this will be like a better rook endgame. If he takes on c4, then I can take on b2. I will be better, but I'm not sure I can win it. We'll see. I'll try to go for a win here because I have the possibility of doubling. Yeah, okay. He played like that. I take. Here I think that this should be a winning rook endgame, and the reason for that is that you can see that white has got more pawn islands than black. I have a strong rook on b2, you know, and so let's go with the king and see. I will be ready to try to. Okay, I do like this. We'll see. I think I can actually move here. I'm not sure. Let's see. Okay, interesting. I'll take this one. Take this one. I think I have good chances of winning this, but maybe we'll see. Okay, this is not easy to win this position. I have chances due to the bad pawns, but normally 3 against 2 is a draw, so probably this will end in a draw. I'm sorry, guys, but this is not easy, these type of endgames, like I said. But I continue to play a bit and see what happens. I think we have almost played 20 moves already, but let's go for this. I'll try to do something here. To go for something. You can see that he is trying to prevent me from coming up with a. Okay, now we go. Here we go. Now it's a little bit dangerous actually for white, because maybe he can make it with that. Okay. Okay, this will actually be a draw now. I believe. So I'll try a bit more. A little bit more and then I will stop. Okay, I think I stop here. As you can see, I was actually putting some pressure on white. I won a pawn, but unfortunately somewhere I didn't play the best, so it all ended up in a draw. But if you play like this, you should be happy because we know that to get the skills of Capablanca takes time, not easy. So good luck. Bye.